Okay, time for another one of my random videos. This is another dual universe one. This is my current heavy hauler, which isn't that heavy by the total game standards, but it's the heaviest thing I can fly, or heaviest thing I own, hauling 707 tons, total mass of 1,050 tons. I'm going to try and land this thing on Alioth without suffering a disaster. Now, I've already overshot the planet once. So I'm coming in a little more careful. As you can see, I'm running on fumes there. I've got 6% of my fuel left, space fuel. And that actually shouldn't be a problem. I should be able to come right in and land on the planet and just pretty much use my space brakes to make my final adjustments. It looks like my trajectory line there is trying to decide between shooting past the planet and slamming into the planet. Red is slamming into the planet, purple is shooting past the planet. And what you actually want is neither of those colors. What you would like is green. Because if it's green or blue, then you'll have an orbit. And so even if you massively overshoot your target here, you should be able to, in theory, just wait. And you'll circle back around and you'll get another shot at it. I'm not sure I have enough space fuel to mess around with that. And also, this thing has plenty of atmosphere fuel, and I could fly all the way around the planet with my fuel tank if I have to. So I'm not terribly worried about it. Now, an SU in this game is 200 kilometers, and I'm not sure what SU stands for. And 200 kilometers seems fairly arbitrary to me. But it seems like one SU is about the diameter of one of these planets, or this planet, Alioth. So that might be what it is. Wait, diameter? Yeah, diameter. Okay, my altitude just popped up, and my vertical velocity gauge just popped up. Now that vertical velocity gauge, well, most of what you're looking at here, as far as the HUD is concerned, is part of a script that I'm running that was developed by some other people. And they've done a pretty good job on it. It's the script done by Dementia with some others helping, I'm pretty sure. And if you want to use it, just Google Dementia DU script and it should pop right up. It's on the GitHub website, and there's instructions on there how to install it. It's pretty straightforward. Even a dummy like me could figure it out. So see how my little red line looks like it's going to land behind my target. I've seen a lot of people on YouTube say that's what you actually want, and I'm not so sure. I've actually kind of decided sometimes you want to short it. But one thing is for sure is you want to hit the atmosphere in the neighborhood of 1,000 kilometers an hour or slower so you don't burn up. Now, smaller ships can tolerate higher speeds than bigger ships. But the big thing, two big things, is not burning up an atmosphere. Oh, we're going to come in hot. And not slamming into a mountain. Let's see if we live. Stuff's breaking. Hey, we lived. Oh, I broke all sorts. Oh, my atmosphere breaks. That is less than ideal. That's going to make this way harder than it needs to be. But we're not dead. And that's the most important thing. And this thing actually flies pretty good. I've never been in the atmosphere of Alioth with this much mass. So I wasn't sure how well the airfoils were going to perform here. Still losing altitude. Let's see. Looks like I broke one of my wings over there too. Still losing altitude. Still losing altitude. Well, I'm not going very fast, so we'll see if this thing will even fly. Oh. You know what? I think I broke my fuel tank. Well, there's your problem. Man, it's a good thing this thing glides. Look at that. It's actually a really good glide. That's crazy. Oh, didn't make it. Wait. Oh, good. I thought I was going to respawn back on Tioma. That was going to be super inconvenient. But this is why you keep a little ship in your pocket. Max use count for this blueprint. Well, which one is my compactified version? Hmm. that's super annoying. Is that a glitch or is that a feature? I don't understand. Oh, what's this? Yeah, so for whatever reason, whenever you uncompactify or a compactified ship, it creates another blueprint. That, I think, is a bug. Okay, so to find your wrecked hull, you go into your constructs deal here. And let's see here. Spore collar. That's what I just crashed. And you'd usually want to take some scraps, and maybe I should have, but I know there's some on the ship. Hopefully there's enough to do what we need to do. So the script has a new feature. That I haven't had a chance to mess with yet. And it's the damaged element arrow feature. I'm not sure what they call it exactly. Oh. Oh, excellent. So let's see, how do I do that? This repair process is kind of buggy. I don't know why it's not letting me take anything past there. Oh. So wait. Oh, so you can take an element from red to yellow and on fire with no scraps? That was the problem. I hadn't selected any scraps. My goodness. Having one of those days. I didn't break the space fuel tank. Now you don't have to fix everything all the way. You just have to get it fixed enough to get it to work. And I like to take it past 50%, because once you do, it'll stop smoking. Okay, so let's see here. Well, maybe the damage arrows is just if you have a remote controller. Oh well. I saw a guy use it in a video. It doesn't actually seem super extra useful to me, since the game shows you what's broken. Guess I'll fix this. Okay. I might actually have enough scrap to fix everything. This thing isn't that broken. I've been thinking about trying to surround parts of the important parts of the ship with force fields or elements. Someone said voxels don't block the atmospheric reentry damage, and I'm not 100% sure if that's true or not. But if it is true, I think I could block damage with elements, so I could put in some steel plates or some windows. And hopefully that would keep things like this from happening, where my fuel tanks are what goes. Because we would have, well, I was going to say we would have made it, but landing at Cliff's base is actually fairly tricky because it's in a valley, and so it's entirely possible I would have failed at that. In fact, it's probable. I probably would have failed at that. But we would have been doing the repairs much closer to home than we are right now. Okay, well, since I have the silver scrap, I might as well go finish fixing that fuel tank. So, for the compactification, it has to be an extra small core, and it has to be below a certain weight, and it cannot have space fuel tanks or any type of space engine on it. Let's see, now that thing's... Wait, did I put that in my pocket? Yeah, there it is. Now that thing's in my pocket. And it's super handy for a lot of different scenarios. But this one is probably where it's the handiest. Now, I do have ships back at the base. I could have jumped in and flown over here. But none of them are compactable. All right. So for those of you who are getting bored with this video, if you want to turn it off, please feel free. You're not going to hurt my feelings. Can this thing take off? We've got action out of the engines. This thing can't take off. Oh, it's too heavy for Alioth. Oh, that's funny. Alright, well, I'm going to call it. I'll figure this out. You guys don't need to watch me sort this out. So for now, that's it. Thanks for watching.